Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan. I'm back. Took a week off there. Left Rob to hold down the fort.
Someone forgot to put their phone on mute. It's all right. It'll take a while for him to get back in, folks, but he's going to be good for it once.
But I'm here, and so is my good buddy Rob.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome back, guy.
Thanks. It's good to be back. Happy to be back. Yeah, it's good to be
Talk
back.
about some video games and forget all about plumbing problems.
Mm-hmm.
And drywall and baseboards and
all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So the tournament has been. I'm just moving right into housekeeping.
Let's go.
The favorite console tournament has been going on still, and we're liking the participation in it. So we have the Atari 2600 versus the Odyssey 2, and Atari 2600 took that one.
They destroyed it.
Yeah.
I do appreciate, like I said, the couple people who did vote for the Odyssey because it's got a special place in my heart, but yeah, it didn't have a hope. Not every matchup's going to be a winner, but we had to throw them all in. So
we tried to kind of match up by kind of same generation, but didn't always work out. We had the N64 versus the PlayStation, which was a battle that I was so excited for and was not disappointed. It came down to one vote.
Yep.
One vote. And the N64 took it.
Woo!
Also, there was a TRS-80 versus Pong. So that might be another one of people just not knowing. I mean, we do seem to have an older demographic, and they should know what the TRS-80 is.
Yeah. And I added it in later, but it's the TRS-80 color computer. There was older versions of just the...
Oh!
But it doesn't make a difference. Like the TRS-80 was like just text.
Okay.
I didn't think of that when you put it in the bracket. I didn't think of adding color computer. It was just the one that was kind of the console-y one.
Right.
It didn't matter because Pong took its lunch money and went all Kanye West all over it.
I got some updating to do on the website there. I'll have that done the next day or so here and post a link for everyone to see how everything's coming along.
Yeah.
Because we know some of the new matchups already too, so you can start anticipating those. But we got some good ones coming up. I mean, the one going on right now, it's pretty epic. It's pretty close. It was deadlocked, and I put my vote in when you messaged me, which broke the deadlock. But we got a whole other day, and it's the PS2 versus Xbox. That's a pretty big. That's a pretty big one. So people got to make some hard decisions with that one.
Yep. 2 console heavyweights, right? And that's the start of the PlayStation, Microsoft animosity.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it all started, all began. Yep. So get out there and vote. You got a day left at the time of recording here. So
yeah, this should be up and able to. Anyways. So, anything else housekeeping?
That's about it, I think. That's about it.
I saw last week, or heard last week, that you told everyone that we got an email and how happy we were with it.
You betcha, yeah. Yep.
And we'd love to hear more. That's all I'm going to say. Make us grumpy at gmail.com. Moving right on into news.
News.
So Lego revealed an NES playset.
Yeah.
Where it comes with a little TV that you make out of Lego, and an NES and a controller and a cartridge, and apparently the screen moves too.
Yeah.
And it'll interact with the other Mario set where you put Mario on top of the TV, it interacts somehow with the LCD screen on them, and yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
As much as I wanted the other stuff just to kind of have, this is really appealing.
Mm-hmm.
I love the little TV.
Yep, you bet. Now, for that price, you could get a Nintendo Classic, a Super Nintendo Classic, TurboGrafx 16 Classic, possibly a 4K television, but it does look pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, it's neat stuff. I love this stuff.
It is, definitely is.
Like,
Speaking of things that go for too much money, how's that for a segue?
great segue.
Yes.
Oh, and that's as far as you're going to take? Okay.
I was going to be like, and go. I dropped the amazing segue. I figured you were going to carry on.
Sorry, I thought you were just looking for a jump in there. Okay, so a sealed copy of Super Mario Brothers just went for 114,000 at auction. It been officially graded at an A+, 9.4, and yeah.
Now, it was also one of the rare variants that had the cardboard tab.
Oh,
They only did that for a little bit, and then they went off to a regular. That's what I remember reading that anyway. So it makes it more rare, I guess. I mean, holy mackerel, still.
Oh yeah. You know, if you had a time machine, you could just go back and buy all these games and lock them away in a vault somewhere. And
makes me wonder how much my mint copy of EA Sports Baseball.
Ooh, sealed?
No, it's worth about $2.
Oh,
it's yeah. So
awesome.
That being said, that's a good topic of discussion. As I try to frantically put that in.
Mm-hmm.
What is something you have in your collection that would be worth the most as far as a game?
I don't know. I've got a couple good N64 complete in box stuff. Okay. I've got like a complete in box Zelda and Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, you got that in box?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's probably it right there.
Yeah, N64 was kind of the when I finally started realizing, I should keep the boxes for all these and keep all the instructions and not just throw all this stuff out.
Yeah. Speaking of things you'd like to go back and tell little Ryan about.
Yeah. I also, I told you about this one day and you were like, yeah, sure you do, Ryan. I can't remember the name of the game now, but Super NES game from Konami. Oh man. Anyways, when I was working, I worked at Consumers Distributing, which all Canadians will remember, yes, for the Christmas catalog, the Wish book. And when it was closing, I bought this game. It's something Nader at the end of it.
Ralph
Nader? Ralph Nader, yes.
Ralph
Nader
game.
Ralph Nader made an NES game. Cybernator.
Oh, Cybernator, okay.
Cybernator. Yep. So I have that NES game complete in box somewhere.
Okay.
I also have all 3 Donkey Kong countries complete in box. I don't know. Like, I don't get the stuff for value,
Right. Yeah. The one I've got that's easily worth more than anything else I have is the DuckTales 2 Nintendo cartridge. I've shown that.
Right.
Won that in a draw, and I've got it still in the plastic, just hidden away. Don't even want to take it out of the... So when I went to actually play the game, I didn't even use the Nintendo cartridge because I didn't want to... I didn't want to take it out and put it in the Retron.
No doubt, right? Mm. You know what? I had a copy, and it probably would have easily been the most expensive thing in my collection. I had a copy for a while of Snow Brothers,
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
but I was like, I played it, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to play this. And I struck up a deal. That's actually how I ended up with all three Donkey Kong countries and a
Yeah.
whole bunch
Okay.
of other stuff. But it was like $300 worth of stuff, like traded for that one game.
Nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
So, yeah. I mean, there's some ridiculous prices out there for some of these.
There is, and it's gone way up as of the pandemic. There's actually been quite a few people talking about it, but games have gone. Game prices are starting to go through the roof
Yeah, I've heard
because no one's
that.
trading in anything. So
And this was Collector's Corner with the grumpy old gamers.
Actually, let us know if you'd like to see us add that to the show. Maybe we got some rarities. I'm sure we could dig up one a week.
yeah, I just posted pictures of that collector's edition of Jack too. That was
Right.
pretty flippin' sweet. Actually, wasn't going to open it up, but it's pretty good.
I looked at that. That was awesome, actually. Really.
Yeah, the 16 gig PS2 card is
Mhm.
actually a USB key. It slides out.
Oh.
You can actually stick it in. It's a 16 gig USB
Oh, that's
key.
awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's great.
Actually, I just realized, talking about my love for the Magnavox Odyssey, if you look right there, you can see my in-box one.
Right.
It's right there. It's always in the background, just watching.
Yeah. Crying because you never play with it. Rob, play with me, Rob.
Oh, sad. Actually, do you still have my controller for that? Or did I give you the Trash 81? I gave you a controller for the picture one day.
Yeah. I do still have it.
Yeah. When the
I'm
pandemic's over, I'll have to get it back.
Yeah. I'm not sure which one it is. It might be the TRS-80 one.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, because I think the Odyssey, it's actually my version is soldered right to the board.
Oh, okay.
I think the Trash 80 is the one that's got the actual ports. There you go. Lego.
Talking about cool USB keys.
Oh, that's a USB key. Very nice. Oh man. So good.
It was just sitting here, and
Yeah.
that reminded me of it when you mentioned it.
Very nice. Very nice.
For the audio portion, that's how do you identify these 8-post bricks?
Mm-hmm.
Or a 8-dot brick, and it's got a little USB slider in it. 16 gigs there, my friend.
16 gigs. All the gigabits
Bam.
you could ever need.
So
we went way off course there.
Oh yeah, we. You added to the story thing here about Worms Armageddon. Tell me all about it.
All right. Well, this is one special in my heart, and a lot of my friends, we all played the crud out of this, but Worms Armageddon just received an official patch 3.8 from Team 17, the people who actually made the game, and it actually had 370 fixes, 45 changes, and 61 new features. Now, for people who don't remember, Worms Armageddon was a copy of Worms for the PC from 21 years ago. We may have some listeners who weren't alive when that game came out. And the fact that they did this is absolutely awesome. And it added all sorts of Windows 10 proper support. It now runs on Wine or Proton on Linux. They added a whole bunch of frame rate fixes that adapts to the player's hardware. Windowed mode, so you don't have to goof around with resolution. And improvements for streaming. Ability to add CPU teams to online matches, and translations for 7 languages. This is a real deal of a patch here. This is absolutely awesome.
So you were saying you still have it on CD. You should.
I still have the original CD. I should try and install it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know if it works.
That is fantastic. I totally will. I'm going to look that up after. So, also, the best in the Worms series, Worms Armageddon. Come at me in the comments. That's what the kids say, right? Come at me in the.
Yeah, come at me in the comments.
Did they say that?
All the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should end every sentence with "come at me in the comments."
And just rip my shirt off every time.
Yeah.
Come at me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Let me show you how to fight, boy. I got old man strength.
That's right. And I'm also older than 40. There's a, for anyone who doesn't know, it's a very famous quote from a press conference of a sport. I can't remember which sport. I think it was a college football coach. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, he said, "Come at me. I'm a man. I'm 40," and it became famous. That's so yeah. That's Worms Armageddon.
Way to keep it on the rails, Rob.
I'm just so excited you're back. I can't stop.
Xbox Game Pass Ultimate will add access to Project Xcloud, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Yeah, that is fantastic. So I don't have Ultimate, but it's about $15 a month, right?
Yeah.
Give or take.
Canadian works out to like 17.
Okay.
But
so for 17 Canadian, let's say,
you
get Xbox Ultimate Plus, which means you could have it for the PC, Game Pass for the console, and the Xcloud.
And whatever their online services.
Yeah, I think that's Live Gold. Xbox Live Gold, yeah. So you get all that for 17. Or you could get Stadia for 13 a month for just Stadia.
So
it's a no-brainer, really.
We didn't
Stadia all the way.
We didn't report on this. We missed the article and then it got lost in the shuffle. So Xbox offers a thing right now. If you sign up for Ultimate, you can add a console.
Oh.
Yeah. And basically finance an Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then, but they count it as your like Ultimate subscription, and then it's like an extra. So instead of, the 15, it's like an extra $20 a month, and you pay it over 2 years. Or they did that with the 1X for people who like that was where they tried it out. I don't know the actual numbers, but
sure.
I don't know if it was available in Canada.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's an awfully good segue to another part that kind of a tie into the story that we didn't put in our notes. And that's not because we just do the notes 3 minutes before we do the show. There's days of preparation.
Yeah, I've had Rob, I'm offended. I've had these notes ready for at least 10 to 15 minutes before we went live.
But the Xbox also announced they're going to be shutting production of the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
So leads some people to think that Lockhart, the rumored slightly less powered Series X, might be a real thing. Are the crows coming again? Or?
Oh, I just heard a rumble of thunder that shook me.
Shook you all night long?
Yeah. Well, I think there's a storm rolling in. I can feel it in my bones.
Feel it in my bones. But yeah, that was really interesting.
It is, especially when they need something, because they're really touting that for this first year of the console life.
Yeah,
everything will be able to be played on everything, right?
Right. Well, they said they're going to keep doing the 1S.
Oh,
that was the only one they're going to keep making.
Oh,
not the 1S digital, just the 1S.
Okay.
I believe that's what they said.
Okay.
There was one console they were still making. All your Series X. Can't find it, but I'm pretty sure that's what I read. Was that the? I'm getting my Xbox Ones confused. Xbox One X is not around. They're canceling that. Xbox One S digital is getting canceled. Xbox One S will remain in production for a little bit.
Okay.
That's the... Thanks for your so easy to remember naming conventions, Microsoft.
Yeah.
Very good.
Not confusing at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, crap. So next up, I just closed my show notes by accident.
Right. I saw your cursor go away.
Yeah. So
Peek behind the curtain of the show, folks.
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
You want me to just tell you what it is and you can roll with it then?
No, it is the Summoner. It's the No Man's Sky update, right? Yeah,
yes,
the Desolation update. So this is exciting already because I love new content in No Man's Sky. But come on, Tab, get in there.
Get in there, Tab.
There we go. Yes. Sure, no one even realized anything was happening. Anyways, No Man's Sky added a Desolation update. It's kind of a horror update.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
There's going to be these abandoned freighters that appear in the galaxies that you're in, and they're like almost like procedurally generated dungeons, and you go in and explore and just make your way through it, and it's a good way to get a bunch of loot and everything. But so I was excited with that, and actually there's stories too. It's a bunch of new content. It's like it adds to the main story for the player, but there's also a huge update to their lighting effects that they did in this update. Bloom, lens flare, just tons of like new lighting effects. Now I don't know if it'll be as predominant on the console versions, like as noticeable, but on the PC, it's going to be pretty significant. One thing they added, and unless I missed an update somewhere, so one of the things you get is a freighter eventually in the game, and you can build like a little freighter fleet, and you send them off on missions, and they come back and they bring you loot, and it's basically a base. Okay.
Yeah.
So they added two, like, I don't know why they buried the lead on this. They added two huge things. One is you can make it customizable and actually paint it the colors you want, which people have been demanding that for your general spaceships, because you can't.
Okay.
You if you find a ship and it's yellow, but it's the shape that you want, you're stuck with a yellow ship, or sure, pink, or whatever color you hate, but it's a cool looking ship. Mm-hmm. You got to live with it, right? But so I have to. I obviously haven't had a chance to boot up No Man's Sky in weeks here, but that's something I'm going to go check. But the biggest thing they did is you can now build a portal, one of your teleporting gates, on the freighter.
Oh, nice.
And that's huge because you can call the freighter to whatever system you're in, but to go about your there's like a cargo hold on there where you kind of build a little base, and it was always like the component that was missing, because otherwise you gotta hop in your ship, fly above the atmosphere, call the freighter to your system, get onto the freighter, do your check your missions, and then go about it that way. Like, it was a whole bunch of extra steps. But now with a teleporter, bam, you'll just
excellent.
Yeah. And I know this is just exciting for someone who loves No Man's Sky, but well,
it's pretty cool, the amount of content they're still adding, and it kind of makes it that Ghost Freighters almost makes it seem like Dead Space a little bit, right? Like,
absolutely,
kind of the same thing they're going for.
Yeah, it really does.
Well, very cool. So look forward to 4 more updates of Ryan playing No Man's Sky.
I'm not going to touch any No Man's Sky till I'm done Last of Us. I'm on day 3. Anyways,
is that a lot of days?
I don't know.
There's a guy who's never going to touch the game because too scary.
They had a PS5 DualSense reveal event this week.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a mouthful, actually. DualSense reveal event. DualSense reveal event.
Yeah, no kidding. So we're going to look at the same article here because neither of us watched it. Brent was the one who was all excited about it because he's been... but Jeff Keighley was the gentleman who got in there, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do we got here? There are black and white ones.
Yeah. He talks about the like the haptics in it and like the sensation of like different tensions on the triggers and stuff. And
I lied. That one next to the white picture with that Jeff Keighley tweeted out, that's a PlayStation 4 one.
Oh, it is.
That's why it says a new member of the family. So
right.
The black one is not confirmed.
It is a little bit bigger, like looking at that picture, right? Like, it's got some heft to it.
What else we got here? Haptics inside the controller, speaker in the DualSense.
Yeah. Anyways,
there
what I got from everything I kind of skimmed is that there was no complaints. It seems like it's going to be a really solid controller.
Yeah.
And people should get excited, but they still haven't announced a pre-order date or anything.
No, they've got the Amazon page up. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you tried Uncharted? Any of it?
Yeah, a little. I played a little bit of one and then the Uncharted for the Vita.
Okay.
And not really my thing, I guess, but just not a big third-person shooter with a console kind of guy.
Yeah.
Never get the hang of it, so.
So they started, the Uncharted movie went into production.
Oh.
And Tom Holland, Spider-Man from the Marvel movies, is playing Drake, Nathan Drake.
Okay.
But
I'm with you.
You've also played it enough though to know that he has his sidekick Sully.
Yes.
Do you know who's playing Sully?
Rock.
No, a usually older gentleman, right? As seen in the game, like he's definitely like a father figure to Nathan Drake.
Oh, is it like a Kirk Douglas or a...
You'd think. No, they got Mark Wahlberg.
And you know what's sad? I bet you he's in his 50s now. How old is Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, he's got to be close to 50.
We think of him as lovable old Marky Mark from the Funky Bunch, but he's gotten older just like the rest of us.
So the only anyways, he's playing Sully. So maybe they're trying to make it like the origin more so, because Tom Holland's a little young to be Nathan Drake. Like Nathan Drake's definitely like a 30s type character, right? So maybe they're starting really early on. But the only thing that gives me a little hope about this movie, because video game movies notoriously bad.
Yes,
notoriously.
Except for Super Mario Bros. Best movie ever with John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins starring together.
I'm just going to disconnect right now.
That's why I said best movie with John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins starring together, because it's probably the only one they've ever starred together, and I think I can safely say that.
Yeah. So the director is Ruben Fleischer, which you're like, great. I like Ruben Fleischer.
I like words.
But Ruben Fleischer, better known for movies Zombieland 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Venom.
Okay. I was with you for the first two.
Yeah. Venom, you know what? Like, I wasn't a big fan of it. I liked the part when the parts when Venom cut loose, but for the most part, it was a pretty bad movie.
Yeah.
But it made a crap ton of money.
Right.
And because people want to see Venom.
Right. Fair enough.
So, anyways, that went into production this week.
Right.
During COVID production.
Right. How are they handling that, you think?
Proof that stuff still goes on.
Right. Fair enough. To be released into movie theaters, hopefully before movie theaters all disappear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a thing.
2020's been a hell of a year.
You know, man, like, just to completely segue, we drove through downtown St. Albert today, and we counted 4 businesses that are just closed now.
Yeah.
You know, just little independent businesses that just
Yeah, they couldn't make it, right?
yeah. It sucks.
That it does.
All right. Sorry
All
for
right.
that. Sorry for
Let's
the
talk
downer.
about more fun things.
Yeah. So, through data mining,
Yes.
people were data mining some code in World of Warcraft and came across something interesting. Code pointing towards the fact that WoW could be coming to console. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't even imagine playing WoW on a console.
Yeah. I mean, the games like Diablo have done it, but games like Diablo don't have the as many buttons, right? Like,
What? Yeah, if you look at my screen when I'm playing WoW,
mhm.
I have 2 bars on each side. I've got 2 bars across the bottom.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how do you even like deal with that?
I really don't know. Like, it might have to just be some simplified kind of version that
Though
yeah, I don't know.
something I don't know if it was in foresight or just them constantly evolving the game, but you know, I play a warlock as my main, and I, you know, probably had 25 to 30 spells originally. Now it's down to like 8. They've either
Okay.
consolidated or gotten rid of tons.
Right.
So
with 8, how close would you be to being able to almost being able to map it to a controller and reduce it to 6 or something, right? And then have 2 that
with like shoulder buttons and
shoulder buttons, like the big one on the, like, you could use the other buttons on the Xbox, like the brackets, and I mean, like the D-pad, you could map some stuff to the D-pad.
Exactly. So
It's doable, right?
it'd be interesting to see. I have 0 interest if you can't play your already account.
Right.
I don't know, how's that work on Diablo? Like, I know
Can't.
You can't.
Nope.
Yeah, Diablo and Overwatch on the Switch, the accounts are not connected, so
Yeah,
it would
I
probably
would imagine it's the same.
Be its own thing.
Yeah.
But
Also, send your hate mail for Ryan being a warlock to makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. Call him all sorts of names. You know, all the warlock hate for all the.
And I'll just reply with ...
Now, granted, my main back in the day was a hunter, so not exactly that much more loved. I was always the last to get picked for the dodgeball teams.
Because you gotta take that stupid cat with you everywhere you go.
Right, everywhere. And I was always laying the frost traps, and but I also haven't played since they added pandas, so I don't know how far back that is, but
that 3 expansions ago.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah, and if you didn't play the Pandaren update, then
yeah, that was the first one I did. I was like, nope, I'm done. It's taking too much time.
I haven't played the last 2 expansions.
Okay.
I started the second last one, and I got a console. I got my PS4.
Right, and that was it.
Yeah, never went back. But I kind of miss it. I want to go back and play some.
I kind of wonder, like, Diablo 3 saw real resurgence when it came out on the Switch. I'm just curious to see if it would have the same sort of thing, right? A lot of people just kind of, especially if you made it like $30.
Yeah.
And included like 3 months worth of.
So that's something interesting. Would it have its own separate subscription?
You would have to, right? Or something that would come off. automatically. I don't know. Is it still a subscription base, or is it
Oh
free
yeah.
now?
No,
It's
no,
still
it's still
subscription based.
it's still
Right, because Blizzard loves money, as we all do, I suppose.
yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing if it does happen.
Interesting stuff. Speaking of interesting stuff, Stadia had their Connect.
Yeah, they sure did. I watched it too live, like an idiot. Although it wasn't live at the time that they were having the Connect. They just released a video, pre-recorded video on YouTube.
I thought you were going to say there was lag. Jitter.
Maybe that's why they did it with a pre-recorded video. It's like, we'll just not worry about it this time. I'm going to recap. It's not going to take long. The good, and people who watch my version of the worst games ever know I like to have some positives, right? I try and find some positives. I'm a pretty positive guy, right, Rat? What'd you say? A scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. If sarcasm is positivity, then yeah. No, it's true.
Oh,
you don't like to pile on. We're me.
It's true. Yep. They announced the click to play feature. So it's kind of cool. So if a streamer's playing the game live in front of a live audience, he can put a link in the YouTube video, and you can click on that link and you'll go to exactly the point where the streamer's currently in the game.
Oh.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Now the downside to that is you would have to be watching YouTube on a device that supports Stadia anyway. So if you're on your PC, it'll work.
Right.
If you're on one of the 4 phones or whatever it supports, I think it's up to like 10 now.
Yeah.
But not iOS. Then yeah, you can do it. It's a cool feature. What else did they do? They announced a few games. Some cool stuff. Just going over it quick. Some sports games coming. There's a bunch of things that are coming that aren't exclusive. Serious Sam 4, Hello Neighbor. Oh no, I guess Serious Sam 4 is going to be exclusive for a while. But they're bringing Hello Neighbor, NBA 2K21, Dead by Daylight. Now they're announced Dead by Daylight and the Elder Scrolls Online, but they're going to be available for crossplay with the PC, and then Dead by Daylight with the Switch, and then Elder Scrolls Online with the Mac. So that's kind of cool. I will give them that crossplay is cool with that. Neither of those games are brand new, but still a cool idea. They announced Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which made us all laugh because they've had some trouble with latency. It's been, you might have heard, Sekiro, pretty much the game from last year that relied most on absolutely perfect timing.
Yeah, like Twitch
React. Yeah. And so bring it to Stadia where it may get exposed. Maybe not great. They announced a couple of exclusives, which are kind of cool. Orcs Must Die 3, which is pretty cool. Anyone who's played any of the Orcs Must Die, it's like a tower defense kind of game, but it's all like not first person, but it's not from up above. You're actually in, and they come at you and all sorts of stuff. Really cool games. Serious Sam 4 is going to be exclusive for a while. One Hand Clapping. It's early access exclusive right now. Outcasters. Boy, not a lot. But
PUBG.
the big PUBG's in there, yeah.
PUBG. That's a good catch train for them to finally get on.
Yeah, they're getting in on season 8, which good. Better it's there than not, I guess. The big exclusive game that got a lot of people excited was Super Bomberman R Online.
Mhm.
So if you start off a sentence saying, "Hey man, how would you like to play a new Super Bomberman game?" and you'd be like, "Yeah." 64 people online at the same time? Yeah. Made by the same people? Yeah. You'd be like just about to give the person your money, and then you'd be like, "And it's a Stadia exclusive." Oh, I'll just take my money back, put it in my pocket,
So it's
carry on with
just
my life.
the game itself. Like the 64 player online is what's exclusive, right? Because Bomberman R was out on the Switch. It was a launch title.
And an online version?
No.
Okay, yeah, they were going with the Super Bomberman R Online is kind of the full title there. They've
Oh, okay.
tweaked it for the online, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, a game that everyone, I don't know, was Super Bomberman R popular for the Switch? Like, did it do well?
It's one of those games that it's like a Nintendo title. It never went down in price. Like,
Yeah. And it was a launch title too, I guess, eh? So it was one of the ones that you could buy this or one of the other few games. But yeah, and that's pretty much Stadia. They did not announce any iOS support, any new devices, maybe a lowering in price, or there was nothing. This was kind of their chance, maybe their last chance, to be like, here are the reasons you should give us a try now. We're so much better. Because going back to one of our previous announcements, now that Game Pass Ultimate is going to have Xcloud, that might be the old nail in the Stadia coffin right here.
Yeah.
But I mean, people were still giving them a chance right up to the end. But this is they really needed a drop the mic moment, and they didn't get it. It was pretty lame. The whole thing was like 18 minutes worth of video, and at the end you're like, "Oh, that's it? Nothing more?" Oh, okay. And that was Stadia Connect.
Awesome.
Yeah. It was something. It was a presentation.
So, all right. Well, we'll keep an eye on them. Like, I don't know anyone who still has their subscription. I know a bunch of people took advantage of the free 3 months they gave right at the beginning of pandemic year, or 2 months or whatever it was.
Yep.
But yeah, it's not popular with the kids.
No, it's pretty much a dead man walking right now. Dead system walking, I guess.
Well, there may be some better news. Ghost of Tsushima came out on Friday. And looking at Metacritic right now, it's sitting at an 83. So I've read some pretty like really positive reviews, but then I've read a couple mediocre ones.
Okay.
But their complaint is that there's too much to do. Is kind of the consensus. There's just too much.
Just too much content. Please give us less.
We just want to get through the story. We don't want to do all these side I think in the age where you pay $80 for a game brand new.
Yeah. Exactly right.
I want all the freaking content you can give me.
Give me the content right in my veins.
Also, another big one that I've actually seen on a couple of the pages I follow, call-outs that they weren't able to find copies in store of Paper Mario Origami King.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that came out on Friday as well, and that's sitting at an 81 on Metacritic right now.
Right on. Good to see it did well. There were some worries.
Yeah.
I was personally worried because it was like they just weren't saying anything about it up until like that week before, and they're like, "Hey, it's a game, look."
Yeah.
And also Bakugan. That was the other part of the direct they had, or the treehouse.
Right.
You guys remember that Pokemon? Not Pokemon. I don't know any of the card games, but like
Yeah.
one of those, the one that no one played in North America. We made a game on it.
It'd be huge in Japan.
We're Nintendo. You'll love it. Do it.
Well, let's move on to what we've been playing.
We've been playing.
No big surprises from me this week. I did not have a lot of time to game. One little thing I did want to mention, though, is I was playing some of the other titles in the Double Dragon and Kunio Kun collection.
Mm-hmm.
Still playing Dodgeball a lot because I freaking love that game.
Mm-hmm.
But I tried this other game in there, and it's called Crash and the Boys Street Challenge.
Yeah, I remember that game.
I've never played that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
But it's basically like Street Olympics.
Yeah.
So, I did the hurdle event where you can jump over the hurdles, but if you knock one down and break it, you can pick up the wood and like whip it at the at the opposing runner, and like so it's just like it's Street Olympics, right? Like
it's like a caveman Olympics kind of game,
Yeah.
right? That was a same sort of thing.
And I also tried okay, ready for this? Go! Exclamation mark. Nikitsu Hockey Club Slip and Slide Madness. Which is hockey with the Super Dodgeball style characters and like
okay, it's in the
NES.
same collection. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, and that was fun as heck too, because it's just like, I don't know why these games just tickle my fancy so much. Like,
Whoa, it's a family show, Ryan. Let's not talk about tickling your fancy.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. That's good. Glad to hear it.
And of course, I'm play a little Overwatch usually before bed, and I've made little progress in Last of Us 2. I just started day 3, like I mentioned earlier. So, yeah. So, what have you got new and exciting to tell us about, Rob?
Boy, new and exciting games, brand new releases that. Okay, so I covered last week that Ubisoft had their release, their video conference. Whole bunch of games I'm not too terribly excited about, but one game I do play quite a bit of is Trials Rising, and they announced their new Giga Track, which they've.
Tell me about Giga Track, because I like the name. It's got my attention.
It's basically like the last couple of Trials games. They've had what they call a Giga Track, and it's like takes like 20 minutes to complete. It's just this really long. It goes through like 5 or 6 different worlds. Like you go through portals at the end of one part, and then you go right into the next part, and it's just a really cool. Really, they put a lot of effort into it, right? So, and once I did that, I started to play through some more of the game because it really is a great pick up and just play for a little bit game.
It really is.
And I play on the worst possible port of it, the Switch.
Yeah.
Not only was I playing it on the worst possible port, I was playing it handheld, which honestly, there are some moments where the texture pops in after you pass it.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this many times, so I won't belabor the fact. You are playing a new video game on a handheld while you're sitting on the sofa, and that is just something that to our generation, it's too cool to not be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that I'm doing it, I would rather do that than go to the computer and play a much better version. I would rather just lie on the sofa, chat with my wife, and play some crappy version of it. So
yeah. I mean, I've hovered over buying it on the PS4 a few times because you watch a trailer and I'm like, oh, that is so much. That is so much prettier. But I have it on the Switch. And,
you do have it on the Switch?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I just meant that it's been on some good sales on the PS4, but I'm like,
okay.
You know what? I'm not going to put all the time, and like it's not like your accounts connect. And
no, they don't. account for that because I also have it for Stadia. Yep. Yep. They do not connect at all. Even though you're logging with the same Ubisoft. I mean, it's Diablo and Overwatch all over again, right? So, and so on top of that, I also been playing through what I would still contest is the prettiest looking game on the Wii U, Yoshi's Woolly World. I was playing that with my kids again. We're playing through it again, this time with my youngest son. And it's just such a good game, such a good family game. Like, the charm does not go away.
Awesome.
It is so good. And I mean, I blathered about that game too much already, but it's just, and it's one of those games where they haven't done a port to the Switch. They made a Switch version, like a new Switch game, but it just doesn't have the same charm. I feel like Yoshi's Woolly World is quite superior to it. So playing through that again gives me a reason to keep the Wii U upstairs. So
excellent.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's what I've been playing. That's what he's been playing.
Well, we haven't been doing a specific weekly poll because we've been doing the favorite console tournament.
Yeah.
So I'll just take this opportunity to remind everyone that it's posted. It's pinned to the top of our Facebook page. Just come and place your vote. It's the PS2 versus Xbox. But maybe by the time you listen to this, let me just look at the bracket here.
I've got it up if you don't have it up here.
I don't have it up.
So this time it's PlayStation 2 Xbox, so it's moving to Atari 7800 and Vectrex.
All right.
Yeah, that is one of the cases where they're not even close to being the same generation.
Yeah.
I think of it now.
Yeah.
But we honestly just ran out of places to put stuff. Yeah, the 7800 being the Nintendo generation and the Vectrex being like the Intellivision. Still going to be a close battle. By that, I mean, I would imagine I have one pick that's going to just destroy it. I'm pretty sure you have the same one picked out, but...
Yeah. So looking at this, after tomorrow, we'll be halfway through round one.
Yeah.
So I thought we were a lot further along than that, but no, we still got a good leg to go here.
Yeah, we're only getting through 3 matchups a week, right? 3.5 because of 2 days each.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while.
We got nothing but time. We're not going anywhere.
It's true. It's very true. What are you going to go? Grocery shopping? It's crazy out there.
All right. So right before we recorded this, I had a chance to record my cheap bad game challenge from Rob. And it was Sudoku Huntress. Was that the name of it?
It was something like that, yeah. Like
pretty sure.
Dating game plus Sudoku or something, right?
The Mahjong Huntress.
Oh.
So,
yeah, we keep saying Sudoku. I guess that's not tiles.
Yeah,
that's numbers. Yeah.
So yeah, Sudoku's the square. Anyways, just without watching the video, I can say that Rob definitely bored me into submission because it's a game that you should be pointing and clicking.
Yeah.
And no, you're using your controller to move your cursor around, and even the story is very, very dumb. But they give you little power-ups and stuff, so...
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Mahjong power-ups, nice.
If you like Mahjong, maybe it's for you, but it is not for me.
It sounds like this game was everything I was hoping it would be.
Yeah.
Because I will remind you, you've picked 3 out of like the 5 games you've done for me have been press 1 button. So I feel somewhat vindicated that you had no fun with this.
Oh, 0. I played 2 rounds and I was like, yeah, I think I got 7 or 8 minutes of video.
I was thinking we should start, now that you have a computer that's actually a little bit more beefy, we should start looking at Steam as far as some cheap bad games too, because there's some absolute disasters on Steam as well. So
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually.
Start adding that, yeah.
Oh, do you want to hear what you're playing?
I would love to hear what I'm playing. I'm going to look it up as you're telling me.
So, there is a game called Ski Sniper.
Oh, I've seen someone play this. I've watched the Game Grumps play this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I sure have.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So you know what to expect?
Yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to be getting. That's great.
I've been waiting for this to go on sale. I've actually played this. I picked it up because I think it's a $7 regular game, and I picked it up when it went on sale for $1.99.
Yeah.
But it's at 62 cents right now.
Okay.
And I'm like, the stars are aligned, the planets, everything. Rob's going to play some Ski Sniper.
Now, do I need gyro controls for that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's why I found it so hard, because...
Okay, because if it does, I'm going to have a hard time. I guess I could use probably the Pro controller, eh? That would work with a gyro. Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a technicality there, but I don't think I got it. So.
Nope.
All right. Look for that, folks, next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
And I will actually do a retro pick this week. I will. I actually got time now.
Nice.
So do you still want to grump about...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you still got more Stadia stuff?
I got more Stadia stuff in my... All right. Now, have you seen that meme? Have you seen that meme where it's like there's a woman talking to another woman and she's like yelling? I think it's who's the supermodel? Naomi? Starts with a T, like Tigra. No.
Tisha?
No. She's older. I can't remember. But she's basically yelling at someone else and saying, "We were all cheering for you."
And then they show the cat.
You were supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I know the one you're talking about, yeah.
And this is what Stadia was. I have been watching. I was a founder. I got this. I've been super excited ever since. And I've been watching for them to start doing any of the things they promised were going to be available at launch. iOS support. They just announced this click to play, which was a thing that they announced at launch.
Yeah, supposed to be
now. Just kidding, but nothing. They have done nothing to. It's like they're not even trying. They're signing new developers, but none of that's going to matter when you have no one playing it because they're not fixing any of the problems. They're not. Without iOS support, this thing is never going to take off. Like, you need the other Android devices, but you have easily 50% of your market with iOS devices, iPads, iPhones, There are none of these, and they can't play. So right off the bat, you were taking, and iOS users probably on average would be a little more of the casual side, whereas Android tends to be the tech happy, I'm going to make my phone do crazy things. Whereas the people who Stadia should be aimed at are iOS users. 100%. Just like, oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that probably peaked the audio. People who are looking for casual gaming. People who are like, okay, I don't want to buy a console, but I've got this iOS pad. What if I had Stadia and I could just prop it up on something and use my Bluetooth controller and I could play all the games?
Yeah.
But no. So Stadia, honestly, this last Direct was the final straw. Like, this is the end. There's no coming back from this. They're done. I'm calling it now on episode 45 of the Grumpy Old Gamers. I'm calling end of Stadia.
Predicted 8:31 p.m. July 19th.
July 19th. End of Stadia. Predicted by Rob.
We'll have
Xcloud's going to come in and
have to do an official Grumpy predictions post.
Yep. instead of it going the way of Gmail, it's going to go the way of Google Plus, and people will be done talking about it. So I predict before they even get to the to some of these new games, like the Harmonix game isn't ever going to come out because Stadia is going to be gone. Because what happens in November, Ryan?
The new consoles come out.
New consoles. How many? Like one? Like 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Possibly a Switch new iteration of something. That's getting rumored again.
Yeah.
What was the one thing Stadia said when they launched that they were so excited about? Well, there were a few things, but what was one thing involving a bunch of numbers?
I don't know.
They brought out the old teraflops graph and said, look how many more teraflops of processing you're going to get versus the Xbox One X and the PlayStation 4 Pro. Well, you know what happens when the new consoles come out? It all goes away. They're all going to kill it.
Mm-hmm. It's
They're
true.
all going to kill it.
There's
no reason to get Stadia. There is no demographic unless you are a Orcs Must Die fanatic.
So what they need to do, and I mean the problem is that it's so limited on what you can play it on.
Yeah.
Right? Basically it has to be a PC or like a Chromebook or the select 6 phones.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. No iOS support, no
They want to see a revival. They put out a cheaper controller and a claw that can hold any phone and make it available on any phone.
Yeah.
Then they'll see their numbers skyrocket.
But you know what? I think they're too late for that. I think if they did that 4 months ago, that would be a big deal. Xcloud already does that. And they've got hundreds of games.
Yeah.
Like you can play Xcloud on anything. iOS devices, Android devices, if you got an old BlackBerry, maybe not on the BlackBerry, but basically anything. Like if they'd done this and gotten a market, let me just fix that there. If they'd gotten a market before Xcloud came out, like a solid, but trying to compete head to head with them now,
yeah,
there's nothing. There's no hope.
I've already been reading stuff on the with people playing Xcloud already because it's out in beta for some people.
Yeah,
and it's already kicking Stadia's ass.
It is.
For how it works with everything people are trying it on. It works great.
Yep. GeForce Now as well is also available for iOS and it's free for the limited edition, but you can try it out for free and keep it at a free subscription level if you want.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see exactly a date, but with Microsoft announcing the bundling of Ultimate having xCloud access.
It's not till February.
It's February?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a little bit, but does that mean they're not, that's when they're officially launching xCloud is going to be February? Okay. Yeah. So I mean, there's still GeForce Now. You can still get it. A lot of people can get it on the beta. The beta is still better in Stadia. It's not even an official release yet. And it's better. So get Steam Link. Steam Link works on iOS. Steam Link is now an official product. It's no longer in beta. And it works great with a lot of the games. Why? Why would you go Stadia? There's nothing they've promised has come out. There's no reason to go with Stadia. None.
No.
None.
I feel your pain, man.
Yeah, I wanted it to win.
After you gave me the pass there to try it out, I was pretty underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like it's the selection of games. Like it's too few. Like they're signing all these developers. Get some games. Even at their Connect. Only like a handful are coming out soon.
Yep.
Like of the 20 games announced, like less than half of them are coming in a soon nature. The rest are all coming later, much later.
Those dates that say 2021, those games aren't coming out because Stadia is not going to make it to 2021. No chance.
Yeah. Unless there's a big push or something, but man, oh man, like...
I mean, what would they do? They didn't even hint at any other support for other devices, right?
Yeah.
If you were close, would you not say in the Connect, and look forward to, in a month, iOS support or all Android devices? How does something that runs in Chrome not work on anything that runs Chrome? Right? Like, it runs in Chrome. Chrome is a browser. Why is it not working on any browser? Like anything that can run Chrome?
Yeah.
How hard is this?
They're obviously having some issue. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Makes me sad.
And angry.
And angry.
And all the
grumpy.
emotions.
And grumpy.
I need a coffee.
That's what making me grumpy this week.
That's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have anything else, Rob?
That's it.
That's it. You're all
I'm just sad. Sad, Rob. Although I want to say, well, the only thing that can make me happier now is if you uploaded the Cheap Bad Game Challenge tonight so I can actually watch it. That might do it.
Let's see what sort of time I have after I have supper here. By tomorrow. It'll be up.
Then there's no hope.
There's no hope. I'm going home.
Wait, I am home because I can't leave. Damn you, COVID.
Exactly.
And did we mention Kanye's running for president? Did we cover that yet? Is that still...
Oh, boy.
That's still real news. That's a real headline. The most powerful country in the free world. And Kanye's running. You might win. You might win.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right, I'm done. That's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go drink.
Ooh. All right. Me too. All right, folks. We're both with Rob leaving us with that. We're both gonna go have some beer. Rob's will be root. Yes. Mine will be a nice pale ale. But still, nonetheless. Thank you everyone for watching / listening, as always. We'd love to hear from you at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. And you can check out all of our stuff at thegrumpyoldgamers.com. And we have lots of activity going on our Facebook page. Just search the Grumpy Old Gamers. And come vote in your favorite console contest.
Don't let the system you love lose because of you.
Yeah.
See you, Billy. Vote.
There's some pretty sad PS2 fans. Is that what it was? Versus the N64?
No, it's PS1.
Oh.
That was PS1.
Yeah.
PS2 is now in the
Xbox that's the one with the Xbox, right? But yeah, there's some sad PS1 fans out there.
Could have been saved. One vote.
One vote.
From you, Billy. Not letting you off that easy. Damn it, Billy.
Look what you've gone and did.
We can see everyone who votes. We know you didn't vote, Billy. For shame.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Have yourselves a good evening.
Take care. Good night.